Hi, I'm Teryn and welcome to my YouTube channel. Today is July 8th, 2021 and it is the mark of my 10 months on YouTube. Being on YouTube has been such an interesting journey, but I wanted to do this video on not really how it's been, but I wanted to focus on what I would have changed if I were to focus on getting monetized. Kind of reviewing the analytics of the videos that I made, how well they've done, how they performed, and what do I think has hindered my growth on YouTube. I didn't really set out on YouTube to just get monetized. I really did enjoy making my videos and just having fun, and there are definitely things that I've seen, like if I were to really just focus on getting monetized, like what would I have done differently? So coming into YouTube in the later end of 2020, I think starting earlier in 2020 would have been great for me to do. But because I started later than anyone, I guess YouTube has gone through different changes within their studio, which is the platform that you use to kind of review your analytics. I was actually watching a Kai Foster video and she mentioned how she thinks YouTube has gotten really focused on your analytics and I guess how to generate money. And you know, it kind of makes sense to me because at the end of the day, YouTube is a business, and I'll put the link to her video below. But because I started September 2020, I'm not sure what changed to the system, but a lot of the focus is how are your videos performing and how are they getting you to the monetization process. And I guess if you are monetized, you'll be seeing a lot of how much money are you making off your videos and off your channel. So as of right now, I have 178 subscribers and I appreciate and love all of them. Thank you so much. I don't necessarily think that's bad because of the way that I'm trying to do a lot of organic growth and just getting people to come to my content. And I will say that based on my analytics, I will say that I don't think my videos are doing that bad when it comes to drawing organic viewers. If you watch YouTubers and content creators like Aaron On Demand and Catherine Manning, they do mention about niching down to grow your audience. I've kind of ignored this recommendation. They don't always recommend that, but I just kind of enjoyed posting what I enjoy, what I like, and what's going on in my life. So based on my analytics, if I were to niche down, I would probably focus on skincare videos and probably move back and forth to Dallas, Texas over and over again in order to get more growth. Skincare videos that have done well for me is obviously the ones where I talk about tretinoin. That's a huge keyword for people. Acne, hyperpigmentation, but it really is that tretinoin keyword that gets me a lot of views and I would say subscribers. I have a giant list of video ideas that I am planning to do. I've had this list for years and I'm just kind of getting through them as fast as I can. Based on those videos and those topics, I do get a good amount of views. I try not to drag it because I feel like that will make the quality of my videos go down, and I want to have something new and fresh to bring to my subscribers and to my channel instead of being so redundant, because I feel like if I just become redundant, then people won't enjoy the videos. It's going to be the same thing over and over again. So now that I've kind of reviewed my analytics in a way that kind of shows you like what does well for me versus what doesn't do well for me, my next part of this video, which is what I would change if I were to just focus on monetizing. And I want to emphasize that because I really don't have any regrets when it comes to my channel. I enjoy doing all these videos and I like them. So they're here to stay, obviously, but I would probably cut out my Lovecraft Country videos where I talked about the costume design in my videos that I did in Spanish. While I don't regret doing those videos because I enjoy doing those videos because it helped me to learn more about costume design and what goes into TV and film within those industries, and it helped me to learn Spanish a lot, like just having those conversations that I would normally have in English. Those helped me a lot. However, what I learned from doing those videos and seeing the analytics, I could have reviewed them earlier on and just kind of scrap them or try to rework them in a way that made sense or trying to build a following. While those videos helped me personally, they did not help you, the viewer. It did not serve you. In one of my communications class that I took in grad school, we learned about W.I.F.M, which is what's in it for me. And that's one of the keys to public speaking. Instead of just focusing on things that I like, I have to think about things that I like that will also engage the viewer, engage the audience, and make you want to come back for more and enjoy the video. So that is something that I've been trying to think about, and maybe how to use the same topics on my video, but make it in a way that's more engaging and more likely to get people to subscribe to my channel and to come back. So that is definitely something that I'm considering, not in order to get monetized, but because if I'm going to be putting things on YouTube, I just can't be thinking about me. I kind of have to think about, so how would people like this? How would other people see this video? Like, would they enjoy it? What's in it for them? Yes. How is this going to affect you? Am I trying to make you laugh? Am I trying to teach you something? Am I trying to give you my honest opinion about something? Just looking at how I can definitely help the viewer, because that's really what it's about. Thank you to that professor. She's really good. I will say another thing that I think helps people on YouTube is going into their personal life. I thought about doing these videos, and even with my friendship videos, sometimes I felt like I maybe went too far into my personal life, because I want to have that balance of, I mention some things, but I'm not giving you too much, because I do value privacy. I do have some videos that will talk about relationships, family, that kind of thing, but don't expect it to be like a story time and like me giving somebody's name, not like that. But I do think those videos do help, because I feel like though that content, when you're talking about not the best parts in your life, are super relatable, and I do think they will help you to relate to your audience. And it's weird to call you guys my audience, like my subscribers, like the people I chat with from time to time. One thing I would have done is to stick to a schedule earlier, instead of, I would try to just like upload whenever I like finish the video. I would just like, okay, post, and I would do it every week. I wanted to post a video every week, and I would just like, okay, when it's done, like it could have been a Saturday, a Tuesday, like as long as it was within that calendar week, I was posting it. And then I started off posting 2 times a week. Didn't really have a schedule for that. It was just 2 times a week. And then I tried every 3 days, and then I went to Sundays and Wednesdays, and now I'm just uploading on Wednesdays because I have a full-time job and other things that I work on. That was a good day for me because I can film on the weekend, spend time editing, spend time with friends, and kind of get things ready for that Wednesday. It's a good day for me because it's not the weekend and it's not the beginning of the work week, and it just works for me. So find things that work for you. I will say that I get a lot of my comments on Sundays. So I don't know if that's just when my video kind of gets indexed and people are watching on the weekends, but I considered maybe I should upload on Sundays. I'm just gonna stick to Wednesdays for now because that's what works best for me, and that helps me to have a balance throughout my life. I feel like as a new YouTuber, it's hard to look at your analytics, and I feel like it's really good to post a good variety of videos, kind of make sure that they all tie in together. I feel like because one of my things when coming into this was really fashion, beauty, lifestyle, I could do a wide range with that, to be honest. And I feel like just making sure that I put like a playlist. So if you're really just here to see my beauty videos, there you go. I will probably break them even further down and do like makeup, skincare, and then like maybe like a general beauty. And I'll make sure that I keep a good variety of content because the only thing I'm really an expert in is fashion, but there's only but so many videos I can do that are young and fresh, and I just don't want to be redundant. I will say if I were to have focused on monetizing my channel, I do think my content might have dipped in quality. I will say when I first started putting out videos, I did script a lot of my content, not really script, but like make sure I have all my topics down, and I still did it, but it's something about putting the pen to paper that really helps me. And I will say like my videos were a little bit better, but I think because I started a job and I was like, well, I really want to make sure that I never miss a week of uploading because that's super important. But of course, like uploading weekly, monthly, however you want is really important. But I honestly think it's super important to stick to a day. Once I started sticking to a day, which is fairly recently, I feel like a lot of my YouTube suggested that kind of thing started increasing. I'm not super big into analytics. Like I love seeing it go up. I think it's like, oh my gosh, like because I just get so happy that people want to subscribe to me, which means they want to come back. And usually I feel like the kind of YouTube viewer that I am, if you helped me in any type of video, if I enjoyed any type of video that you put out, I usually subscribe. That's just kind of how I am. Like I usually am like, oh, this was a great video, click. So I don't know like how other people do it. I don't know if they see like multiple videos and they're like, okay, I'm gonna subscribe. I think that's how a lot of people are, but it's just trying to break through. But overall, I loved all the videos I put out. They've helped me, but just focusing on what I enjoy that would also help you is gonna, I feel like, make a difference. But really, I really do appreciate all my subscribers. I appreciate all my viewers, all the people that like my videos. It's really, really awesome to interact with you guys in the comments because I enjoy seeing them. Like when I open up the YouTube Studio app and I see like, oh, there's a new comment. I'm like, you want to chit chat with me? Like, you know, not everybody comments. Like, I feel like that's a big thing. Thank you so much for watching this video. I really do appreciate you guys. Please make sure to like, share, subscribe, and comment for more videos. Thank you again.